mute myself now. So
Sounds good enough. Last we left off, we continued down the road after the encounter with the circus folk and saving Vati from, well, being captured as sort of hostage situation for Gray. So we saved Vati, we killed them, and now we're moving on. Eventually, Gray pointed us off the road, and we entered this kind of marshy area with strange forests and Spanish moss. And then, quite unexpectedly, we ended up in the Feywild with no inclination of how we got there. We left some marks behind us so we could find our way back out, and then started walking towards the nearest landmark, which was a line of mountains in the distance. Looks like we were in the Autumn Court based upon our surroundings. And as we were walking, suddenly a giant eagle appeared out of nowhere and snatched Lindmar up, carried him away. He was taken to a large, hollowed out tree, and placed in front of a big door with a strange symbol on it. Opening the door, he found himself face to face with Alien Zeldarin? No.
Nope.
No. The Archeon. I don't know what that name I wrote down is. That's something else.
Aeon Zeldaran is the organization.
That's what the symbol is. That's right. Okay. Yeah. Face to face with the Archeon, who was interested in Lindmar and his companion, Reverend. Upon a quick conversation, the Archeon revealed he had information that Lindmar might find interesting. Asked if he wanted his friends brought there, and Lindmar said yes. So, flashback to the rest of the party. They were freaking out that Lindmar was taken away when more eagles and ravens appeared, and carried them. Crows appeared and carried them to the tree as well. Once they were all at the tree, the Archeon suggested that the rest of the party continues on to bring Gray home, while Lindmar stays here to get trained, and that's kind of where we left off.
Okay. So, you did end up talking to the Archeon. Wrong page. So, immediately afterwards, whenever the door closes and the Archeon told you to go wait outside for Raven, your party leaves with the eagle in tow. They ride on its back, and they leave with Gray with them. And you wait there for a little while. 1 minute has passed, 2 minutes.
It's just me and Reverend.
Just you and Reverend outside the door is closed, and you're hearing nothing. This entire place is eerily silent. You have a better look at it right now, and you see that this place is, what would you call, it's like an anthill right here. There are chambers within it, but most of it is just tunnels leading somewhere. Tunnels made out of wood, spiraling across towards any corners you can't see, all across. And eventually, after about 5 minutes or so, 6 minutes maybe, you hear a when you see a raven coming at you. It's giant, like Reverend. The raven has midnight blue feathers, and you see it having a gradient of twilight purple to light purple as it goes further away from its main body. So at the very wingtips, the feathers look more look more of a bright purple compared to the midnight blue body that it has. Uh, as its loud wing flaps start going towards you, you see it suddenly go into a nosedive towards you. It starts spinning towards you. And as it starts spinning towards you, you see a figure jump off of its back. And right when you think that the raven is about to hit you, you flinch a little bit before the raven opens up its wings again, and that figure that was on its back lands right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see in front of you is a woman, a winter Eladrin elf. She has pale blue skin, ice white hair, and a cold, indifferent, but yet beautiful complexion to her. I'll show you her right now. To you, where are you?
Mm. Oh my god, the name. You bitch.
Yeah. And the raven just flaps softly to the ground, quietly, and the woman just walks up to you with a sword at her hips and a longbow behind her back.
That was impressive.
Thank you. You are Lindmar, as I can gather.
I am. You are.
Vexaria. She kind of looks up and down at you, glances towards Reverend. Well then, follow me.
I will. I'm assuming you're flying.
I'm assuming you're what?
I'm assuming you're flying.
Of course. How else are we gonna get anywhere here?
Lindmar, we've never done. Not Lindmar. Reverend, we've never done this before. You think you could let me ride on your back?
You should be able to. She kind of lifts up an eyebrows and like you've never tried.
He's my companion. I didn't think of it until now.
And
Alright.
he is my companion. And yet he's big enough to hold me.
Fair enough. I will try to get on Reverend's back.
Ah, that's right. You are Lintmar, and that is Reverend, as you have told.
It is.
This is Floros. She kind of gestures towards her giant raven, and as you see, the raven is slightly bigger than Reverend.
Mm-hmm. I'll
Not
nod
as
my
big,
head.
not as big as the eagle, just slightly bigger.
I'll nod my head to the raven.
Not Reverend, the raven looks at you with these piercing eyes. They're twilight irises with sparkles of white in them.
Hmm.
It just pierce into your soul as it looks at you, and then it looks towards Reverend. And Reverend, even though the size is relatively the same, Reverend feels small compared to the stature, compared to the composure of the raven.
I was unaware there was anybody else who had a connection to beasts like this.
Oh, he didn't tell you?
The Archeon?
Yes. Aeon Zildarin is, well, what you prime material planewalkers would call a ranger organization. An enclave, as they would call.
Hmm.
And here, even though you don't see a lot of rangers right now, as they're out on some missions, scattering around scouting around the Feywild. All of them have bestial companions, such as Floros over here, and she kind of rubs Floros's wing.
Huh. So do you know who sent Reverend to me?
I don't. Well then, are you
Right.
ready?
As I'll ever be.
Do you climb on Reverend?
I try to. I'm assuming he
Make an
lets me.
animal handling check.
Oh no, Reverend buddy. Okay, not terrible. Where's my character sheet? Hello? There you are. Animal handling. 19.
Okay. Reverend, it's a bit awkward at first, but Reverend kind of gets the gist of it. Kind of lets down his wing, and you kind of awkwardly climb on his wing. Wait a minute.
Waiting a minute. Oh boy. Q probably walked in the room or something.
You're gonna fall.
I know I am. I know I am. This is going to go terrible. I'm going to embarrass myself in front of this very exotic woman.
I am back. Sorry, my sister came in. Where were we at? Right.
I just climbed up
You
the wing, maybe?
you awkwardly climb up Reverend's wing. Kind of like it's weird because his feathers are slippery because they're pointed down. Because the way that owl's wings are designed, they're designed to be silent,
Mm-hmm.
and they're designed for the best maneuverability in the air.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird at first, but you, with your grip strength, you kind of pull yourself up to around Reverend's neck, and you don't exactly know how to position yourself,
No, I
but you
don't.
kind of take it as just holding around his neck as a motorcycle passenger would.
I'm going to try to look comfortable in front of Vex, but as soon as she turns around, I'm going to whisper in Reverend's ear, "Take it slow, please."
Vex kind of watches you, and then immediately she turns towards Floros herself, and you see Floros just extend his wing downwards, and Vex just basically you've seen Into the Spider-Verse, right? Whenever Spider-Man is like, running on the side of the wall,
Mm-hmm.
just expertly climbs onto the wall like that. And in about the same position, she kind of holds on with her body down, flat on the back of Floros.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have yourself situated now?
Yes. I assume.
Well then, just follow me. And with a big Floros flies up into the air, just hovering, waiting for a Reverend to go up with you.
Go on, Reverend. We'll follow her.
Okay. So, in general, I want you to roll me another animal handling check.
Yeah, I figured. Ooh, baby. Oh, even better. 21.
Okay, you get the gist of it. You get a gist of being able to balance yourself on this quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys start crossing through the tree. Let me see if I have any other music here. It's a bit too.
I do
doodly-doo.
I do have a question. I can make the
Yes.
assumption that she is. Oh no, for you
Oh,
as a DM.
Okay.
I can make the assumption she's an Eladrin.
Yes.
Lindmar can.
By her bluish skin.
And it looks like different from his skin. Or
It's
is it the
somewhat
same?
it's somewhat close to yours.
Okay.
Hers is still blue, but it's more of a pale blue.
Mm-hmm.
Yours is like baby bluish, you know?
Mm-hmm. I don't need your comments, Jester. I could hear your comments through the silence. All right, cool. That's it.
So she's just flying quietly. And if you have any questions to ask, totally fine. Seems like what you're getting from her is that she's not really the talkative type.
Mm-hmm.
The whole time she's been looking at you, you see her eyes never changing any expression, no emotions to her face.
Mm. Where are we going?
To the training chambers, as the Archeon requested. More awkward silence, as you don't exactly find the right things to say to her,
Nope.
seeing that you're too focused on trying to hold on to Reverend right now.
Mm. What exactly am I going to be trained in?
Seeing as how you have one of our own, you might as well learn how to live with them.
I think Reverend and I get along fine, if that's what you mean.
Judging by the way that you climbed up on his back, I think not.
Fair enough. Can't argue that.
Do you even know what you have?
I know Reverend is not an ordinary owl.
That much is obvious.
I read something in a book about giant owls, briefly, from the Feywild, but my knowledge is limited.
Well, I guess the Archeon left me to explain this much to you, I guess. These birds, they are from the Feywild. They are called Mave.
That's
M-A-V-E. M-A-V-E. These are the Feywild birds that have been marked by the sigil of Eon. I'm getting that right. Let me see. Where are you? Hopefully I'm getting that right. Right? Yeah, okay, I am. And do you know who Eon is? Have I told you before?
No.
Okay, roll me a religion check.
Not in-game, at least. I think I remember you talking about it out of game.
Mm-hmm.
Religion.
I think I may have talked to it to Peggy.
Religion? I don't think I'm good at religion. I rolled a 9.
Okay. This is a more well-known fact, but Eon is the goddess of magic.
Got it.
You don't know what other domains she conquers, but you know that much.
The goddess of magic, then.
Yes. And through her they are blessed with power. Most of the Mave have the mark just above the middle of their forehead, and she kind of taps, reaches over and taps the forehead of of Floros. You don't see it because he's right in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
Tap the middle of the forehead of Reverend.
I'll reach over and do the same. Where I've seen that mark before.
And when you tap it, you feel this cold sensation running through your hand and into your shoulder. Just a quick flash of cold as you kind of bend your neck over and see the moon-shaped sigil,
Mm-hmm.
the crescent moon-shaped sigil, to be precise.
I've seen this before. Guess I never clicked what it was, though. I know what he is, but what does that mean? Did I lose you, Ryle? It means death. That's concerning. Ryle has died, everybody. Alright, I will wait for him to join again, I guess. Meanwhile, I'll talk to Jester. Jester, come here and talk to me. Jester?
You have summoned me.
Oh god. Hi, how you doing?
Yeah. What happened?
Ryle died, apparently. Again.
Oh, he's still here.
Yeah, he messaged in the silent group chat that death had come to him.
Oh, that's not good.
No, never a good thing.
Death is not healthy.
You are correct in that assessment. Oh boy. Oh.
How's it going?
Have you been listening or not really?
I've been listening off and on.
Hello.
'cause I'm also-
Oh, there he is. Hello, what happened?
Moving my hotspot again.
Okay.
It turned off. I think
Alright.
it's gonna be.
Do you want me to take over DMing?
They're trying to reset the grid or something. Maybe.
That's annoying, dude. I'm sorry.
Yeah. But it's recorded. It's not like we're streaming, anyways.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Where did we leave off? Hopefully, my phone signal should be fine.
We will find out soon.
Hopefully, I'll stay on Discord for now just to see how it is. Hopefully, tell me if I ever need to repeat anything. We'll just have to run it through here.
So far, you've been
We
good.
already started.
Except there was a really awkward silence after what I asked her last time, but that was because you died.
Yeah.
I mean,
what'd you
everything
ask her?
between me and Vex so far has been super awkward anyways, but
Yeah, I mean, that's
none
how
of
she
us
is.
like to talk, so that's fine. Neither one of us.
Yeah.
So she told me what Reverend was. What just
Yes,
happened?
they are blessed with power. Hello.
Yeah. Marked by the
Okay,
sigil of
they're
Eon.
blessed with power, sigil of Eon,
Power, goddess
and most of
magic.
them have the mark in the middle of their eyes.
Yes.
Uh-oh. Orange, green, okay.
You still here?
Red.
You're still here. We could hear you fine.
Okay, it just went to red.
You still, yeah, I can hear you. You're good.
Okay. It's going to red and I'm paranoid. Okay, well, I'm just gonna focus on it. And as you can tell, the Archeon had more markings.
Yes. He had a very spectacular one.
And an eye, a third eye.
Mm-hmm.
As much as I can tell you. For that reason, the reason for his markings is because of his position in the Enclave. Enclave? Enclave. I don't know how to pronounce that. Enclave.
Also given by by Eon then.
Repeat that?
Also given by Eon.
Of course. All of the power that they have is given by Eon. And similarly, the enemies of Eon would like to have that power for themselves. As is such in nature, the Maeve have their own natural predators.
I would like to
Most
see
of them want the magical prowess that they possess for themselves. Dead or alive, they want to siphon it out.
something that can challenge Reverend is not something I want to meet on a day-to-day basis.
And yet you will have to.
They are given powers then, but for what purpose? Why are these creatures blessed by Eon?
Who knows? The Archeon knows the truth to that answer, but personally I do not.
You said there are many of us.
What?
You said there are many of us. Or
Many.
of you, I suppose. And each of them
Many
are
is...
out there doing something for the Feywild
Indeed.
right
Indeed. Maybe the one true fact about the Maeve is that they are here to help us with our goal.
now. Which is?
Being blessed by the goddess of magic is somewhat paired up with Aeon Zeldaran's goal of maintaining the magical fluxes of the Feywild. Just more flying. It's a very long flight there.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like you've already been flying like 10 minutes already, but still the way that she's flying, you can obviously tell that she's slowing down for
This
you.
is for me, yeah, that's embarrassing. Are we
Yeah,
like
because
side
as you're
by side?
talking, you feel... No, she's leading forward,
Okay.
like an arrow-ish, or a diagonal line.
Yeah, like how birds fly.
She's leading forward, and as you're talking, you're kind of like climbing back up on Reverend, because you're slipping.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually, where's my notes? Ooh. You do eventually land in a similar doorway. This doorway doesn't have the sigil of the Enclave in front of it, but it does have a few markings on its perimeter.
Mm-hmm. Any familiar, or are they all foreign?
They're just little decorations, like, you know, those old doorways where they have the cast iron kind of decorations on the side of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that.
Okay.
And as you go and take a land, again, she quickly jumps off Floros before Floros stops his speed and lands softly. I want you to make another animal handling check to see how you land with Reverend.
Rolling good so far. I just had to fucking say something. God damn it. Can I have inspiration? I did my introduction. Can I get the inspiration?
Sure.
Because that was a natural one.
Wow. Whoa.
Oh, that's not better. 11.
It's not bad. Reverend's been used to landing by himself, so Reverend lands as if he was by himself and completely forgets about you.
Mm-hmm.
So as Reverend lands, you kind of slip through his neck and barely manage to hold on. Actually, roll me a dexterity saving throw.
It's the same number. What's my modifier though? Okay.
Should be higher.
Better modifier, yeah. 14.
Okay, that's what I guessed. You slip through Reverend's shoulder, but you manage to grab hold of just a little bit more feathers before Reverend realizes, oh shit, he's on me, and then like quickly puts his head down towards the ground so you get a foothold.
Mm-hmm.
Power just went off again. Cool.
Oh my god,
Thank God
dude,
I'm
what
on
is
my
happening? What's
phone.
happening
Yeah,
over there?
it's
That's terrible.
dying over here. Tammy is scared. Come here, boy.
It's like you're in a hurricane
Damn it.
or something.
You okay? Oh, that's back on. Hey, what are you doing there? You're gonna step on my wires. Stop it. Okay. So as she lands way before you, seeing your fumble, she just looks at you and then heads to the door. Not saying anything, just opens the door. And as she opens the door, you are met with a wide open room that seems a lot bigger than it should be. There are wide spaces, especially in the back for an obstacle course.
Mm-hmm.
And immediately in front of you, there's a flat ground for what you can assume to be sparring grounds.
Mm-hmm.
She kind of looks back at you and waits for you to come to her.
I'll head that way, kind of looking around me as I go in. Do the obstacle courses look like a normal obstacle course, or does it look like it's supposed to be done on a bird? You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be on a bird. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
supposed to be on a bird.
Okay.
All of the obstacles are hanging in midair.
Do you do everything with Florus?
Of course. You see, the way that normal rangers would have learned from it is to think of their companions as pets. They are not pets, as she extends her hand out and Floros bends down and she starts petting Florus's head. They are our companions. We must build a life bond with them, Lindmar. Learn from them as they learned from us.
I learn from Reverend every day. Especially when it comes to what he eats.
Oh?
He has a ferocious diet, which is probably accounting for his size. You see, in the normal plane, he's normally... material plane, he is much smaller than he is here.
Interesting. She kind of walks over towards you closer. May I? Extending her hand out to Reverend.
May she? Looking at Reverend.
Reverend just looks at you with blank eyes.
I think you can.
She walks over to Reverend. God, this will be embarrassing. If I do not do this.
Do you want inspiration?
Okay.
Do you want inspiration?
Definitely do it. No, she rolled a natural 20.
Oh, okay.
Immediately, like, you remember the Toothless scene whenever Hiccup kind of scratches the right spot with Toothless?
Mm-hmm.
She starts extending her hand out to Reverend and starts tracing his neck. She reaches as high as she can reach, being about 5'7" ish or 5'9". Forget what her height is.
She's taller than me.
5'10". She's a lot taller than you.
She's taller than me.
She's short for an elf. She's kind of short for an elf, but she's a lot taller than you.
Damn.
She reaches her hand out as high as she can to Reverend, and Reverend's a large creature, so it's kind of big.
Mhm.
She reaches to about to the middle of his neck and starts tracing it down. And whenever she starts curling around the wing, she presses something, and you see Reverend kind of like go slack in his head, kind of tilting back.
Mhm.
And she keeps tracing her hand down the wing. She grabs the wing, takes a hold of it, extends it out, measuring every feather. And as you're looking at her, she's really focused on what she does.
Mhm.
Her eyes are just telling you she's not just looking on the outside, she's looking at every single detail that your bird has. Huh. Well, that's no wonder.
What do you mean?
Reverend is a young one at that. Surprising that he could even transform in the material plane.
Really? How can you tell?
Well, you see these feathers, these markings here.
Yes.
These should be darker if he was older.
Well.
And usually the owl maves are bigger than the raven ones. Kind of nudges her head towards Floros.
Ah. Well, Reverend has always been strong.
And
I
you say
guess
he eats a lot.
he eats more than a normal amount for an owl.
See, as even though you're talking, she kind of gets stuck into her own world as she's still tracing down the feathers.
Mhm.
Interesting. How did he ever enter the material plane?
I wish I knew. Reverend is somewhat of one of the biggest mysteries of my life.
And who sent him to you?
I don't know. I got a letter along with him. It was signed by someone with an M for their initial.
As you would know, fey creatures can enter through gates, bridging our worlds together.
Yes.
But normally we don't try and do that because most of our power is lost whenever we transfer, at least temporarily.
I did not know that.
That's why most Fae tend to stay away. Certain ones don't lose their power, but most of us do. Especially ones that are inclined magically.
Probably doesn't help that not everyone on the material plane is very accepting of the Feywild.
No, especially since that most of the Fae are tricksters.
Would you call yourself a trickster?
She's still tracing the feathers.
Mm-hmm.
Of some sorts. Not even looking up at you. So it's strange that Reverend would have found you in the prime material plane. Even the Maeve, I don't know any Maeve that have left to go enter into another world. But I digress. She walks back towards the chamber.
Mm-hmm.
The Archeon told me that I should be the one to train you. and so I shall.
I'm ready.
Are you? How is it that you and Reverend fight? She kind of steps towards the sparring floor, the flat grounds, with Florus attending right behind her.
Well, I typically lead and Reverend follows with whatever he thinks is best. I don't really do much commanding except when I need to.
You lead, he follows. And
Yes.
you've never tried that he leads and you follow?
Never came to my mind.
What else? What do you fight with? What does he fight with?
I use this, indicating my bow. But occasionally I'll go in and use these, show my short swords. And Reverend comes to my aid whenever something dangerous gets near me. Or if there's someone else with who's bothering one of my companions, I can go in, and if he's large enough, he can pick them up and throw them elsewhere, where I can then take care of them. I don't know, I've never really had a strategy going into battle, things just kind of play out.
And between you two, I'm assuming that you're the one who takes most of the control?
Kind of looks over at Reverend. Yeah.
Reverend's like blank-eyed, looking at the room like, oh.
Yes. Typically it's I'm taking charge. Reverend's quick to follow.
Did the music stop? Okay, it's here.
Yeah, it's still going.
Timmy's right below me. I don't wanna step on him. Fatty. Hate him. Interesting. And you say that Reverend can only transfer a few times in the material plane?
I've only seen him do it
How
once or twice in very difficult situations. Yes.
long does the transformation last?
Not long at all. Less than a minute, typically.
So indeed, whenever you are in a tight spot, I can only assume that you save Reverend's transformation whenever it's needed, as it doesn't last for long.
That's been the case so far, yes.
That's probably why you haven't tried out flying.
Never crossed my mind. I would get up in the air and immediately fall back down again.
Interesting. Well, I cannot help you with that aspect. However, I can help you with this. How about this? In terms of training with you, I believe the best method for training is to have hands-on experience. How about we do a little spar?
Kind of raise my eyebrows.
Use any weapons and any methods that you like. I shall use mine and show you the way that you should fight.
Sounds fair enough to me.
Well then, take your positions, and you see her walking up to Floros and gets up on Floros's back again.
Gonna walk
Ready?
over to Reverend. I feel like I should try to fly on your back, but I can't see that working out well right now. Just do your thing, and I'll do mine.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, so this is how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the thing. So you don't have to worry about, oh my god, because something's gonna die.
I'm gonna get my ass handed to me.
Kill her.
I'm gonna get my ass handed to me, dude. She's gonna
Let
ride her
me
creature, and
see.
I don't know how to ride Reverend. It's gonna be bad.
Ride her.
Let me see.
I don't think she.
So what's
would
this
let
one?
that happen.
Oh, this one isn't playing.
I
Come
can hear it.
on, I
It's
have to
playing
reload.
for me.
I know, I have to reload though, because it's not playing for me. I'm dying.
Don't.
Okay, so while it's reloading, here's how it's gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
You both will have. You both will have 25 health.
Okay.
So put that as your temporary HP. Let me play this song again. Oh, why did it do that? 20.
Temporary HP.
Yeah,
Where
just
are
put that as
ye?
25.
Am I still beat up? Man, we haven't had a long rest in a while. I'm still beat up from that other fight. Oh my
Nope.
god. Oh no, I don't have spells either. Ah!
And for this instance, let's just say that you're gonna have everything back.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'll give you. Yeah, I'll give you everything back.
Okay. But only 25
You feel a rush of
points.
energy course through you whenever you enter into the training chamber.
There we go. There it is.
Is it playing? Oh wait, I didn't even play it. There we go.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's not playing for me. Why? Why? You know what? I'm just gonna do this then.
You typing it in Groovy?
Nope. I'm doing Kevin McLeod on Google.
We still only have 25 hit points that we're using, right?
Yep. 25 hit points.
Theoretically, that's only 2
Should
hits.
I can type it in Groovy. That's right.
Yeah, Groovy exists.
Oh, that's probably why, because I'm on my phone.
Oh.
Thank you for doing that.
Doing what?
Oh, now it's playing for me on Roll20.
Oh, okay, good.
That's weird. Okay. Here's how it's gonna work. You're gonna have everything. You're gonna have 25 hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And you can do anything as you like. But we're gonna do it at Theater of the Mind.
Okay, yeah, that's probably best for the situation.
Yeah, because it's not gonna be enough for you to run away enough, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So distance isn't as big of a factor here. Okay, so roll initiative for me.
Here we go, ladies and
I wonder
gentlemen.
if I should just use my dice. Oh. Natural 1. Guess not. I'm not gonna use my dice anymore.
Okay, I rolled a 16.
Oh wait, no. I need to use my dice for the bird, but I'll use Roll20 for her. Okay.
You want me to type it out for you?
Yeah, type it out for me. Q.
Oh boy, I don't know if you heard that or not. I'm gonna assume you did.
What happened?
Nothing. Just farted really loud, that's all.
Nice, you said that. And you're recording.
It's fine.
Nobody even heard it.
It's
Okay,
fine.
so 1 4. Need to roll for.
Jester, get out of here.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's your turn. You see her just kind of sitting there waiting for you to attack first.
Kind of shrug my shoulders and pull back the arrow and shoot, because I'm not going to go all out yet. Yeah. Wow, maybe I
Who are you
should.
aiming for?
I'm aiming for. I'm not gonna hit the Raven, so I'm gonna hit Vex in that case.
Okay.
Except I probably won't, because that's a 15 to hit.
You shoot, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as she's riding on top of Floros, you see Floros actually is the one to dodge for her.
I'll shoot again. Fucking dice, roll for me, please. 12 to hit.
And again, this time you shoot for her,
Mm-hmm.
and Floros dodges for her again.
Okay. I'll look at Reverend. I guess
Reverend just looks at you like,
I guess he's gonna fly in there, do a flyby, because that's what he normally does.
Okay.
This time at Floros.
All right.
I don't have his character sheet pulled up for some reason. Let me do that.
Which health does Reverend have? Reverend will also have 25. Everybody will have 25 here.
Okay.
Totally forgot to adjust Floros.
Okay.
I'm just gonna copy Reverend's stat with Floros because they're about the same.
Fair enough. He's going to attack. Should probably miss, because that's only a 15 to hit Floros.
If it hits Reverend, it hits Floros.
Oh, fair enough.
I'm copying Reverend's stats for Floros because they're about the same.
2d6. That's actually a lot.
Except for Floros has that instead. Interesting.
Because he is a Raven, as opposed to a owl.
Yeah. Are owls dexterity like that naturally?
Dexterity? Giant owls, yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that would hit.
That's
They're about
a
the
lot
same.
of damage. It's 12 damage.
12 damage, okay.
And then Reverend's gonna
Need to
fly
count.
back next to me.
Alright. So as Reverend goes out and scratches Floros' wing, you see Floros wince at the amount of pain. And you see a twitch in Vexaria's face as you see her and realize that she didn't expect that amount of damage coming from Reverend.
Fair
From
enough.
something so small.
Mm-hmm.
But it's their turn.
Yeah, I'm gonna get clapped.
And as for this, as Reverend flies back to you, you look back at Floros, and you see that Vexaria is actually gone from his back.
Concern.
You don't see her anymore. And I gotta roll that out of. Yep. Yeah, definitely.
I mean, my passive perception's 19, if that makes a difference. No, not mine. That's Reverend's. Never mind.
Yeah. This is interesting. This is the first time I've done multi-class like this.
Mm-hmm. Multi-classing's a bit weird. But knowing you, you min-max the crap out of it?
No, not with this one actually. I tried to do it as more thematic
Oh, nice.
for
Lies.
her.
No, I believe it, because this seems more thematic based. It's okay, Jester, I understand what you mean.
Okay, got it. Sorry, I was thinking of how to say it thematically. But as you look upon Floris's back, you suddenly feel. See if this hits.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yeah,
Does a 23 hit you?
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So you feel right behind you. Your legs are thrown off underneath you. You immediately go down and you feel a dagger stab into your shoulder.
Lovely.
You take that much damage.
Plus sneak attack.
Yeah, you know it.
I know.
Boom.
There it is.
Oh, wow.
That's unfortunate. Okay, 10 points.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, it still hurt.
It still hurts. No, I need to. That doesn't work. Sorry, I tried opening it on another window, but it resulted in me having to go back and forth between the windows. It doesn't work.
Mm-hmm.
If I can actually open our character sheet this time. Okay. I think that's it for her. Bonus action to hide. By the way, she rolled a 21 in stealth.
Yeah.
Bonus action to hide, and then she attacked you with sneak attack. I think
It should be.
that is it. Okay. And as she trips you and stabs you on the shoulder, she whispers into your ear, "You're fighting as one. You need to fight as two." And immediately afterwards, as you're pinned down on the ground, you see Floros just dash towards you with a heavy, with one flap, he's immediately right on top of you. And guess what? Giant ravens?
They hurt.
No, they have pack tactics.
Oh no!
You dead.
And I think he said
And they
that
have-
backwards. Did you mean to say you're fighting as one, fight as two, or did you mean to say you're fighting as two, fight as one?
No, she meant you're fighting as individuals. You're fighting as one.
Okay.
So you need to fight as two, as a partner.
Got it. Okay.
So as she has you stabbed right there, Floros immediately just dashes towards you thematically. And while you're pinned down, he takes his claw on you.
Mm-hmm.
And just kind of, you see him kind of hold back a little bit in this attack, but with his talon, oof, that's not holding back, buddy. That's not holding back. That was a natural 20.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna give it one dice for this, because giant ravens are scary.
Schmeagle.
Okay. It was low. So lucky you. You take 4 points of slashing damage as you feel his talon just rake across your midsection.
Okay.
And then immediately he lifts his talon off of you and then he bites at Reverend. This pack tactic, advantage on attack roll against a creature if at least one of the creature's allies is within 5 feet of you. Did you make Reverend go right next to you?
I did say that. So yes.
Okay,
I
so
guess he's
Reverend
next.
pack tactics on Reverend too. That hits with a bite attack. 7 points of piercing damage onto Reverend as Floros just bites Reverend's breast.
Ow. Okay.
He has 60 feet of movement. He did his attack action. I'm gonna say he did 30 feet of movement to go towards you.
That's what I did with Reverend, so that makes sense.
Yeah. And immediately afterwards, after doing that, he's going to grab Vexaria and in half movement, 15 feet away from you guys.
Oh.
That's how it works, right? If the creature is willing, it's half movement.
I think it's dependent on carry capacity, but yes.
It's a fucking bird, dude.
Okay, fair enough.
It's a big bird. It's gonna have a huge carrying capacity. It has a higher strength than Reverend does.
Okay. Yeah, no,
So,
I
yeah.
mean,
Yeah,
like
it's
I
half-
think
it's half movement of
large
the creature.
creatures can carry medium creatures without an adjustment on their thing.
Yeah, without taking an action. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so he'll take her with him 15 feet away from you guys.
Why 15? I'm confused.
And because of that, you have an attack of opportunity against him.
I do? Oh, I didn't know if that would be it or not. Okay, I will pull out my
But
short sword.
only against him, not you. Not Vexaria.
Fair enough. It hits, I assume. 17?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
D6, wherefore art thou? Wow, minimum. 4 damage. 5 damage.
5?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kind of slash at his you try and aim for Vexaria as she stabbed you, but instead the talons grab onto her and you just slash at Floris's talons instead.
Mm-hmm.
Leaving some marks. What about Reverend?
Oh yeah, Reverend, yeah, probably, yes, he would as well. Also the same number, which was well, no, because he has a different modifier, 15 to hit, but I think that still hits.
Yep.
This is going to hurt more, because he's a bigger boy.
Big boy over here.
I rolled low though, so that's only 7 points.
Okay. Cool. Your turn.
Okay. She wants me to fight as 2.
I feel like 25 is too low because we're dealing high damage here.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was just an arbitrary number that I pulled up. Do you want to do full health?
Sure. I'll have to do some quick maths in order to do that. Let's see. My max.
I mean, it
health
was on
is
temporary hit
49.
points anyway, so.
Yeah, my max health is 50. Oh, that's easier. So I took
10.
10 plus
And
4.
more.
It's 14. So I took 36. Okay, yeah, let's do full health.
Yeah.
You want to just set 50 as full health? So everyone has the same amount?
Sure, we can do that.
Took 7, so 50 minus 7 is 43.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just say
It's going faster than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I forgot that Reverend gets stupid damage.
Okay. Cool. It's my turn. How do we fight as 2?
Indeed.
They're only 50 feet away. 15 feet away.
They're only 15 feet away. And you
Can
see
Reverend-
Flores has actually dropped her, and she's kind of hiding behind his talons.
Can Reverend and I both run up at the same time?
Sure.
Let's do that. I'll kind of start running towards them, drawing my other short sword, and Usher for Reverend to follow.
All right.
Can we get on either side? I feel dirty doing this. Can we get on either side of Floros?
You want to flank him?
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
I don't know if I feel dirty.
Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm just doing what you
You're
want me
working. You're
to
working
do.
together. You're working together. It's fine.
That's a bunch. Math is hard. 23 to hit.
Yeah. Doesn't have a high AC.
7
How does
points.
AC work? How does AC work for them?
Well, since we're just doing normal stuff, it's just normal.
AC plus your proficiency bonus, right? Their AC is
You
plus
decided
your...
we're not doing that. You said we aren't doing that for Reverend. I
How does
asked and you
Reverend have
said
a 13?
Because 10 plus dex.
Oh, right, plus 3. Right. Yeah. Giant Ravens have a 0 on their decks.
Oh, rip. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they're strong, though. They have a plus 2 in strength.
Nice. Okay, so that was 7 points.
7 points, okay.
Offhand attack, do the same thing. No joke, I rolled 2 natural ones.
Wow.
Fuck.
Severity on that. This is Reverend?
This is my second short sword attack.
This is your second short sword attack.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So as you try and swing at Floros again, Vexaria actually steps out from behind his talon, and you weren't expecting her.
Mm-hmm.
And she grabs your short sword, and she puts her arm right into your elbow and twists your wrist, and you drop your short sword, and she kicks it away.
Fair enough. I'm still going to
I
use my
rolled
off.
high.
Yeah,
I rolled high severity.
that's okay. I'll use my offhand to attack with my remaining short sword.
Right, you have 3 attacks.
I do. I have 1 attack, 2 attack, and then offhand when I'm doing short swords.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. Lots to hit. It's in the 20s.
Yeah.
It's just straight dice, 4 damage.
Who are you aiming for? Floros,
Floros.
right?
I'm still focusing Floros.
Okay.
And then Reverend's gonna go.
4 damage, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah, that hits. That's a natural 18.
Go ahead.
10 damage.
10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
And then I guess we're going close range, I guess, which is a terrible idea, but that's what I did to myself.
It's a terrible idea for her, too.
Okay, well, that's what we're doing. So, that's my turn.
Alright. Cool. This time, she turns to you. Good.
Stabs me. Good.
And she steps behind Floros again.
Okay.
And whenever Floros steps in front of you, you see a shadow go right behind you. You're flanked.
Yeah.
And she's gonna stab you.
Oh, shit. Don't do it to me, lady. Be nice to me.
Advantage. 24.
Mm-hmm.
6 points of damage to you, plus sneak attack. Wow, sneak attack.
14 total?
14 total.
I could do math. Ouchie.
And then, ooh. Okay. It's kind of weird doing this. And she's actually gonna step back from behind you, twirling around so that she's between you and Reverend again.
Okay.
And she'll use her bonus action to face step
Okay.
30 feet away. And because she's Winter Eladrin, I need you to make a
That's right. Oh, fuck.
Wisdom saving throw for both you and Reverend.
Okay. For me, it's really fucking low. 8. For Reverend, it's less than 8.
It's Reverend's less than 8 plus his modifier.
Yeah, 7.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is gonna suck for you.
Yeah, I know.
Both of you are now frightened of her. As she face steps away, you feel a harsh blast of cold. Just freeze upon you. Like your face, imagine just going outside and a blizzard is there. That's what you feel like right now.
Mm-hmm.
And it almost feels like you've been touched by death.
I forgot about Elven accuracy. Whoops. Oh well.
Oh yeah. Didn't really matter though, he has a low AC.
Yeah. I could have just gotten a crit maybe, but that's okay.
Maybe.
I could have
so
not
both of you
rolled
are
2
now
natural ones.
Both of you are now frightened.
Yeah.
And it is Floris's turn.
Floris, more like Boris.
Let's see. How do I want to do this? Because he's hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
He doesn't have flyby, does he?
No, that's the thing. Okay, he's gonna make a multi-attack on you. No advantage. For Reverend, proficiency bonus is added to his attack.
It's a +3, so maybe.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So that would be a 17 to hit.
That's my armor class.
Cool. That is with his talon. That is 2d6. He's not gonna hold back this time. Wait, I thought that was a 4. That was a 4. 10 points of slashing damage to you.
Ouchies.
And then this is for you again. How hurt are you?
Pretty hurt.
Bloodied? Or staggering?
Staggered. I'm staggered at this point.
Staggered at this point.
Yeah.
Seeing that, he's just gonna beak you.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that still hits. Okay, where's my dice? There it is. Oop, 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 oop. Ah, okay. Roll. 4, 7 plus 2. I'm looking at Reverend's sheet also.
Mhm.
So 7 plus 2, 9 points of piercing damage to you.
Aye. Okay.
As he rakes you with his claw before tearing a chunk out of your shoulder, and then flies away towards Vexaria,
So we both.
which you can do attack of opportunity with disadvantage because you're frightened.
But advantage because flanking or no?
You are flanking. It is
So
a straight roll.
roll. 14.
That hits.
Okay.
Actually, gonna bring them down finally here.
If I roll high, 6.
Yeah, that brings him down.
Okay.
So in his last ditch effort, you actually bring him down, and as he starts flying, you cut it right down his front,
Mm-hmm.
and you see the eyes go dim, and he falls flat in front of you.
Okay. Okay. It's my turn.
It's your turn.
I feel bad going all out, but I don't know what else Lindmar's gonna do with 3 hit points left. So he's gonna do Zephyr Strike on himself.
Go ahead.
And then roll with his longbow to attack Vex. So the first attack's with advantage, so that cancels out the disadvantage. So it's just a straight roll. I wish I could roll high. 15 to hit.
15 to hit on her, misses.
Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. Second attack, not with advantage, disadvantage now. What the fuck? That's another 2 natural ones. What the fuck?
Wow.
Why is this happening to me?
Not bad. You just miss. You're
Okay,
good.
Okay.
So you're just dodging your arrows here.
Reverend's
Your
gonna-
hand is still shaky by the cold that's left on it.
Yeah. Reverend's gonna try to do a flyby. Well, no, he can't because he can't go near her. Shit.
Nope. Frightened.
What is Reverend gonna do? I guess Reverend's gonna pick me up and take him with me 30 feet back. Is that an option?
Yeah.
Okay, he's gonna pick me up and take me back 30 feet.
Okay.
That's our turn.
Sure. It's her turn now. She is going to Floros. And I'm going to grant him a healing potion.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be like that, buddy.
Oh, okay.
Let's see, what does she have? What else does she have? Okay. What's healing potion? 2d4 plus 2, right?
Yes.
Roll 20. Roll it. Nice. He comes back with 8. And then this is my first time playing her. I didn't even test this, so hopefully. Let's see. I gotta look up something. What's the spellcasting modifier for you? Wisdom?
Yes.
Okay. She's gonna touch him again and do cure wounds. D8. Awful.
Plus wisdom, by the way. So
Yeah.
might be better.
Okay. And then that's her turn. So with that, Floris is gonna pick her up.
Okay.
And because the other time was forced movement, when you flew up, was that half your movement?
Then we flew back.
Whenever you flew back, was that half Reverend's movement, right? 30 feet.
30 feet. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I didn't actually look at mounting rules. I gotta look at this. I should have looked at this beforehand. My bad. Okay. He will also grab her 30 feet. Okay. He's gonna force a mount for her, from her, and then he's gonna fly towards you.
Okay.
So that's 30 feet. He would have caught up with you. And because of that, pack tactics is there. 10. He's gonna beak at you again. Hit. Yeah, okay.
I mean, if it hits, I'm down. So.
Yeah, that was max damage too.
Yeah, okay.
So what? 10 points of piercing damage to you.
What was it to hit?
It was a 10 plus 7.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that hits.
That's what hit you last time, so I know. That's the
I'm
minimum amount for him to hit.
How does he have a plus
So,
7 to hit? What the fuck?
Because of her proficiency, the way that Reverend has your proficiency also.
Got it.
Yeah, because it adds his strength modifier.
Plus proficiency, which is...
Proficiency.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. So the way it works, he picks up Vexaria, flies towards you, and as he's flying towards you, you're bracing for the impact. But as you're bracing, Vexaria actually feints a throw of a dagger at you. It misses completely, but it's enough for you to flinch reactively. And as you flinch, you turn back and you get I wouldn't say booped off, but you basically get grabbed off of Reverend's back and thrown away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I didn't mount Reverend. He just picked me up, so yeah.
Yeah. And so you're down. And that is his turn. So, we can still do this. Reverend's turn.
Yeah, I don't know what he would do at this point.
What would he do without you gone? Well, without you gone, Jesus, without you.
I think that's
I
up
can't
to you,
speak.
right?
That's up to you as a player. What would you think your bird would do without his main?
Attack the thing that just brought him down, probably.
Okay. Because this is what she was telling you. What would your bird do without you?
Mm-hmm. So
Whenever Floros does take you off, Lindmar wouldn't know this, but out of game, she would actually turn to Reverend. Well, now that he's gone, what do you do?
Is he still frightened, by the way?
No.
Okay.
End of that. It was at the end of her turn.
Yeah.
It's such a good
20,
racial feat.
24 to hit Floros.
Okay, yeah, that hits. Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Oh,
Oh boy.
14 points of damage. That was a 5 and a 6 on the dice.
Yikes. That's a little bit more than enough. He had 13 health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So, after she turns to him and says that, the Reverend will actually just... Do you want to describe this?
Well, Lindmar was in his talons, so seeing that Lindmar is limp
Was
and
ripped away.
it's just gonna grab the face of the Raven and pin it underneath him. So now he's face to face with Vex.
Okay.
On the Raven's back.
And as the Raven falls, Vex will actually jump off just in time before the Raven falls and stand in front of Reverend.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Reverend's turn?
Yeah, that's all he can do.
All right. With that, Vex is just gonna look up at Reverend. Quaint, but not quite, and she's gonna walk over towards Floros and cure wounds him again. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. Okay. You see Floros' eyes flash back up. And from out of game, you actually notice that Floros has a lot of scars.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the way that their relationship works is that she's a lot more squishy than he is, so he's taking a lot of damage for her as a frontline tank for her.
Mm-hmm,
And this is actually interesting. Instead of, I know that Floros has pack tactics, but what you see instead as she heals Floros, she walks up to Reverend and places her arm right at the spot that caused Reverend to twinge back.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, she used her bonus action to help him. She's a mastermind rogue.
Yeah.
Advantage for Floros. I really like that theme though. Beastmaster with Mastermind Rogue,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're not as strong individually. Natural 18, natural 10, natural 18 with his beak. 2d4. That is a 1. That will be a 4. 7 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
To Reverend, as he's beaked in the back. The 14 plus 7, 20. Does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Sorry, I'm writing things down for myself.
You're all good.
Okay. Damage will be 9 plus 2 slashing damage, so 11 points of slashing damage to Reverend.
Okay.
And that will be his turn. How many spell slots do you have?
Me?
Yeah.
3
Is
level
your-
1s, 2 level 2s, I believe.
3 level 1s, 2 level 2.
But I'm full ranger.
Yeah, you're level 5. I gotta look at the normal ranger.
Level 6, actually.
She's only a level 3 ranger. Okay, she has 3 first levels. Okay. You should have 4-2 as a level 6 ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That is his turn.
I mean, Reverend isn't smart enough to know who the real issue is, seeing the raven starting to get up underneath his feet and be biting him. He's gonna stamp on its head again.
Okay.
It's a fucking natural 20.
Go ahead.
There's the crit on the opposite direction.
Go ahead.
Been waiting for that. Okay. 22.
Yep, he's down. That's twice as much as you needed. That's twice as much as you needed. Okay. How's Reverend looking at this point?
Oh, he's bloody. He just crossed bloodied. Barely bloody.
He just crossed. Okay. Let's see. I used Cure Wounds twice already. I'm sorry. This is just how they're gonna brood it out here.
No, it makes the most sense this way. Reverend's not smart enough to realize otherwise.
Yeah. She's gonna Cure Wounds him again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, as much as disappointing as this is, Floros can take as much damage as he needs. And yet, you still don't know exactly what the real issue is here, do you, Reverend? She's gonna help Reverend, help Floros out again by using her help action.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yes. She's actually going to ride up Reverend's wing
Mm-hmm.
and actually use her bow to kind of break his neck backwards to expose his neck towards Floros here.
Mm-hmm.
Which causes Floros. Wow, that was going to be a natural 1. But it's a 14 because of the advantage
That
for the
will hit.
beak. Oh, there's my purple dice. I've been looking for you. Man, I'm using the other dice. Come here. Wow, you failed me immediately by rolling a 1. 4 plus 2, 6 points of piercing damage to Reverend as Floros bites at his neck. That will definitely hit, natural 19. And then he's gonna slash across Reverend. Wow, really? 8 points of slashing damage to Reverend.
Okay. I mean, he's gonna do the same thing, I think. Well, the creature on his back is being pesky, but the thing under his feet keeps getting back up, so... It's a natural 19. I think that hits.
Yep.
Max damage.
God damn, what is max damage for him?
This 2d6, 6, so 12 plus 3, 15.
Ouch. Okay. Brings him down yet again.
Sorry, buddy.
Alright. That's fine. You just see the amount of scars for Floros right now. But even then, you see her and she has some... I know Lindmar's not seeing this.
I mean, he could
By the
just
way, you're
turn
not
his head
doing saving
360
throws.
degrees.
Not doing saving throws.
Yeah, and I figured that
Yeah.
much.
So, the way that Reverend's seeing this is that even though he's dumb, yes, owls, birds in general, she's having complete calmness to her. As if they're already expecting each other to fall down like that. Alright, that's Reverend's turn. It's gonna be tough. Because Reverend's a big boy.
Pretty easy to hit.
Pretty easy to hit, yes. But she wants to hide. She probably can't at this point. Okay. How much health does she have? I'm gonna try it out. She's gonna bonus action disengage from him, leaping off of Reverend's back, and she's then gonna hide using her action. Come on, buddy. And Reverend sees her just completely disappear. Is that how you do it? Whenever hiding in combat, you base it off the passive perception?
Yeah, it's based off passive perception. They need somewhere to hide is the only thing. And I'm not sure how many objects there are to hide behind in this situation, but...
I mean, there's a big-ass bird.
That's fair.
Just right there.
That's fair.
Oh, I touched Tammy's feetsies. Okay. Yeah, she's hidden. That's her turn. Reverend does hear. Though. You may feel like Lindmar is your master, but you do realize that you're both a team, right?
I mean, Reverend doesn't see anybody.
Nope.
The thing under his feet isn't getting back up again.
Nope.
Gonna look around. Go check on Lindmar.
Prod. He's not coming back.
I guess then he'll use his action to try and find where the pesky creature in his back went.
Okay, roll a perception check for him.
Advantage. 25.
Ooh. That is exactly what you needed.
There's a 16 on the dice.
Ooh, lucky man over here. Reverend does spot her. And the way it's been funny, because Reverend's taller, way taller than her.
Mm-hmm.
The way that she's actually been hiding was just following behind Reverend underneath him. So when Reverend flew up, he did see her on the ground.
Okay, fair enough.
But that was his action to look for her.
Yeah, that's all I can do.
Now is her action. She's gonna bonus action hide.
Fair enough.
That's that cocked. Nope, that's not gonna make it. Reverend's still following her with her eyes. And seeing that, she's just going to shoot at. Oh wait, why am I rolling for her? Whenever I can... Ah, that's fine. Just realized I have roll 20 for her. With longbow, that is an 18 plus whatever to hit, so I'm just gonna do this for damage. Boop. Ooh.
That's enough. He's gone.
So, as Reverend is flying 30 feet in the air, probably, right?
Yeah.
Or 60 feet. I think 60 feet.
No. Probably only
30
feet.
feet.
He was
Go
like
back.
standing by Reverend when he looked around.
Yeah.
So.
He sees her, and as he's following her figure, he sees this tiny glint of light before it hits him square in the chest, and he just starts plummeting down with a large on the ground. Nice. That was a very interesting combat.
I mean,
wow.
The fear thing really didn't help at all.
It did not. But hey, Winter Legends, man, they're crazy.
I wanted Lindmar to lose, so I was kind of holding back a little bit, but it was fun.
Yeah, no, I get that. I know if you would have done your longbow, it would have been like, oof. But it's kind of not fair. You have a lot of magical items, and I didn't have time to put magical items. So, where's my thing? Eventually, Lindmar and Reverend do awaken.
We weren't given healing potions. She just waited for us to get up.
No, you feel a weird presence in this room. Because as long as you've been in this room, the sigils on each of the Maeve's foreheads were glowing. So you're actually healed back up to full. Everything is fine. Well, that was quite a show that you pulled off.
Well, it proves one thing. That I obviously need to get better. And Reverend, the both of us.
You do? Although it did impress me of how strong your bird is for... Sorry, should use the proper term here. Of how strong your Maeve is compared to his age. To take Floros down so easily. What did you think, Floros? Floros just looks down at her. Looks back at Reverend. You see the eyes just squint a little bit at Reverend. And you hear a deep gronk.
I love ravens, dude. They're so cool.
Dude, they're gronks. But this time it's a deep gronk. just to inform you, the reason why it's called the training chambers is, after all, well, I can't speak. The reason why this is called the training chambers is that it's surrounded with healing magic.
Hmm.
That's why you've been able to, well, not perish after all the injuries that both of us have sustained. As you look at her, she's unscathed.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Shin just gives you a nod. Well then, please inform me. What is it that you feel like you need to learn?
I don't know how to ride very effectively at all.
That you do need to learn.
I'm concerned about my accuracy while I'm on Reverend's back.
Maybe so.
And then you seemed harder to hit while you were on Floris's back. That intrigues me.
As I've said, you need not to be fighting as one. Rather, as individuals, you need to be fighting as a team. I can't speak English, Jesus Christ. Instead of fighting as individuals, you need to fight as a team. The way that Floros moves for me and the way that I move for Floros, that comes with practice. That comes with knowing each other. And with that, I think the best thing for you, and for Reverend as well, is to follow me to the spirit chamber. Come.
Oh, okay.
She gets up on Floros.
You ready, Reverend? I'll try to get up,
Oh,
Reverend.
Reverend's like bewildered by what just happened. This lady is crazy, man.
I'm gonna try to gracefully climb up Reverend's wing.
Oh, I don't think I've told you this, but as you've looked at her, she seems to be around your age, if not just a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
Just to tell you that. And you head off to another chamber. The flight is longer there.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do want to talk, this is your time.
I have a strange question for you. Do you think I am
Go
an
ahead.
Eladrin like you?
For the first time in the flight, she actually turns her head back towards you. You do have the pale blue skin. But your hair, it's nothing like the Eladrin. It's mixed. Well, at least for winter Eladrin. Huh. Quite peculiar. You have the skin of a winter Eladrin, but yet your hair matches that of an autumn one. Huh. Who are your parents? Oh no. Remy? Okay, I thought you were gone. I thought I was gone.
No, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm composing my thoughts so I can tell this accurately. It's a rather personal question, but I guess I asked for it. My mother is a sun elf from the material plane. Arve.
Arve. Is that your mother's name?
Yes.
Delightful name. And your father?
I never knew my father. It was rumored that he was a moon elf, and because of that we were shamed.
Ah, a background of turmoil. Well then, excuse me for barging into your personal life. Just a curiosity.
I'm starting to question if the moon elf rumor is true, or if it's something much more complex than that. Have you ever heard of something like this happening before?
I have not. However, it's not the first time forbidden relationships were to happen.
Hmm.
You can roll an insight check on her.
Yes, please. Thank you. Ooh, yay! I love it when I roll high on insight. It's such a good feeling. Especially when you aren't proficient in it. 19.
Okay.
Of course, she's a rogue who probably took deception, so... Oh, okay, cool.
And she has a higher modifier on that than you.
Yeah.
You see her actually shift emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Just slightly. There's a look of pain and frustration in there. It's all in the eyes, nothing with the face. The face is composed, but you see the eyelids just squint a little bit, and you see her eyes look off into the distance.
Looks like you've experienced something similar.
And immediately when you say that, the eyes go back to normal.
Forgive me.
No need to be sorry. Forbidden relationships are all in stories. And as such, their offspring usually bring about. What's the term? They're usually ostracized for their parents' actions.
It's very true. I have not said my mother's name in quite a long time.
Why? Did you leave her?
I chose to distance myself. Yes.
I'm not one to judge people for their actions. You can insight her on that if you want to.
No, for sure. Shit, that's not nearly as good. 10.
There's a hint of disapproval with that.
No, yeah, I figured that much.
Well then, we should be here. And in front of you, you see a taller door. Uh, this time, it's more of a. How do I say it? It's a thinner door. It's like if a double door was just one.
Mhm.
If you get what I mean.
Mhm.
It's half of the usual doors that you've seen here. This is the spirit chamber, and I'm instructed to show you how to bond closer to your Maeve. Follow.
Lead the way.
And as you go in there, you see you're met with an empty, pitch black room. Even with your dark vision, it's not that it's difficult to see, it's that everything is actually just black. There's no texture to it.
Mhm.
There's there's no outlines for you to discern anything. The room is just an empty void in itself, apart from the silhouettes of Floros and Vexaria. This is the spirit chamber in which we bond.
How so?
Hmm. The bonding process is a mental connection, as you will, between you and your Maeve. Each experience will be different from individual to individual, so I cannot say what your experience will be like. The only thing I can say is the bonding ceremony is meant to deepen the relationship, as well as to improve the potential of your companion.
And all of
I
the
guess. Go on.
and all of the Zeldaran do this?
All of the members of Aeon Zeldaran? Yes, they do.
It's rather unfortunate I didn't get to do that sooner. What must I
Well,
do?
sooner now has come. Let me demonstrate. And you see her sit cross legged in front of Floros. And Floros just kind of. Birds don't squat, but if they could, it's like that. He kind of tucks
I've
himself in
seen
front of.
bird squat. Have you seen that parrot
It's
video?
it's weird.
Yeah, have you seen that parrot video
It's,
where there's the tape roller and it's trying to pull out the tape roller but then
yeah,
it's sucked back in and the parrot
yeah,
just squats down and starts shuffling across the floor? It's that, right?
yeah. It's weird. He just kind of like sits down there in front of her and just huddles in.
Mhm.
And for a while, for uh, f- for a few seconds, the room is still black. They're just sitting in front of each other, and then suddenly room suddenly changes in color into a twilight blue hue. It's a gradient, dark at dark starting at the floor, eventually turning lighter
Mhm.
until you realize that the room is actually a dome.
Mm.
And at the very peak, it's a purple, a shade of purple.
Mhm.
You see Floros's sigil glowing more, and you see on her forehead she's developing a sigil herself, faint,
Mm.
but you can see well enough outlines within her forehead. Yeah, sorry. I was just writing down stuff. Looking at my notes. As they're sitting in front of each other, the colors of the room will continue to change in different gradients. There are violet, there are blue, twilight, royal purple, and it'll continue to do so in those gradients, in those shades. And eventually, after about a minute, all of this was very quick. In about a minute, the room turns pitch black again. There. Well, it was more of an external example, but you saw how the room changed according to what happened between us.
Yes.
There is no way to describe how the bond will work for you, but for you to try it out yourself. Sit cross legged in front of Reverend, and have Reverend sit in front of you. Focus into each other's eyes, and once you have locked eyes, close them.
I'll sit
But
down.
keep each other's images in your head. Imagine this room that you're in. Imagine both of you being there. And I'm assuming you're doing this while she's
While
talking.
she's explaining, yeah, that's probably what's happening. Yeah.
And as you're both in there, focus on each other. Focus on. And her voice just fades away.
Tammy. Tammy.
Ugh, I hate him. What are you doing? Why'd you wake up? Go back to sleep.
I love him. Hi, Tammy.
Brad? Stupid. What you doing? You woke up underneath me. So, as you're undergoing this brand new process within you, you start to feel this weird sensation. You feel like your senses are more enhanced. You feel your body lighter. You feel like you're actually being pulled up into the air. And on the opposite side of you, you see Reverend, his eyes still closed. You reach out your hand to Reverend. And as you do, as you touch him, Reverend's eyes open. And as it opens, you see that Reverend's outline has changed. His body seems to be more transparent. And as you look into his eyes, suddenly your own senses change completely. Your vision goes pitch white for a second. And then you start hearing a lot more. Your mouth tastes funny. You feel warm. As you look down onto yourself, you start seeing feathers on you.
That's weird.
And you are a large creature. You see in the distance, the room has gone from a pitch black to what I can only say as in like you're in the sky. There's tints of blue and white. There are no clouds, just colors. And you actually see a gate. There's an archway there, and in that archway, in the middle of the archway, there's this shimmering light, as if water was parallel to the archway. This water with a twilight reflection on it. As you move towards the archway, on the opposite side of the reflection, you see a gigantic shadow move towards you. It's easily 3 times your size. This silhouette of a figure peering over as you're peering over the archway too. And eventually this figure shrinks and shrinks until you realize that you're looking at your reflection, or rather the reflection of Reverend. And as you're looking at the reflection of Reverend, you feel compelled to move through the archway. 1 step forward, a talon forward, another talon forward, until you pass through the archway and you look up into the sky, and it's the same visage that you saw whenever you passed through the Feywild. The twilight sun, never setting, always there. The trees blowing with different multitudes of red, orange, yellow, brown. As you walk through, you look down, you see your hands again. You no longer have fur. And instead in front of you is Reverend. And as you look at Reverend, Reverend's giving you the same confusion of a look. And you see Reverend's mouth open. You don't hear any words coming out of the mouth, but instead you hear in your head, what's happening?
Reverend? Did you
Yeah.
just speak?
Yes? You can hear me?
I can. I can hear you talking to me. This is incredible.
This is weird.
That's another word for it, yes. Have you always been able to understand me? I just haven't understood you.
Well, yes. I'm hungry.
Can't say I'm surprised. Let's see if we
But
can find you.
not that hungry. I found food, and immediately as you look down in Reverend's claws, there is this decently sized wildcat.
That you did. Where'd you get that? Are we actually...
I don't know. As Reverend says that, the wildcat just disappears in his mouth.
I don't know.
No, the voice doesn't change.
That's right.
His mouth open.
Speaking with his mind. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Is this real, or is still the spirit chamber.
I still feel the temperature of the chamber.
I'm gonna look around. Is it like the same scenery we came in originally?
Yes.
The exact same.
It's not this. Yes, it's the exact same. This. Huh. Ooh, ooh, oh. Do you want to fly?
This is as good a time to practice as any, I suppose. Yes, let's try it.
Okay. You see Reverend go down to let you climb on his back, and this time it's much easier. You feel yourself weightless, almost, as you climb onto his back.
It's almost as if we're having the same thoughts at the same time.
This is weird.
I agree with you.
You feel Reverend take off into the sky. He's quick. Immediate takeoff into the sky, and you feel like he's a bullet shot off of a gun, but yet you don't feel the recoil. You should feel the recoil. You have felt the recoil, but you don't. You're immediately taken up into the sky. You look down into the ground. You're about 200 feet off of the ground. I think this is the highest that I should go.
This is perfect.
I don't remember being this high. And you look up above you. It's just white.
Huh. I've never flown like this before. Never flown at all, really.
I can't really feel the wind, but yet I feel it. This is weird.
This is strange. I wonder if it's just whiteness above us, what's beyond that?
Maybe Reverend starts flying upwards into the whiteness. And as he keeps flying into the whiteness, you start realizing that you're just flying nowhere. It's like whenever you go through a portal, but yet you come out the same side. And you don't realize that you've been going through the same thing over and over again until you've done it about 100 times.
I wonder if this is what dreaming is like.
Maybe. I don't remember being this high.
Huh.
And you see in the distance a giant eagle flying across towards a tree.
Should we go back?
Ooh. Oh, I remember him.
He was rather rude about fetching us, but I remember him too. I wonder if I could hear him speak like I could hear you.
Well, he was a bit rough, an old man. He said his name was Rexovim. Immediately, right beside you, is the giant eagle.
Hello, Rexovan. You kind of came out of nowhere.
And as he's flying there, you see his eyes not meeting yours. His eyes are meeting Reverend's. I'm going to take your master somewhere where he belongs. Just follow.
I can see.
And then his visage kind of fades away.
I could see your memories too. This is weird.
This is weird. Should we land?
Suppose we should. We obviously can't fly any higher.
Okay. And in a blink of an eye, you're on the ground again.
This feels like it's been going a lot longer than what Vexaria showed us, but
And it has. You feel like you've been here for at least an hour. I'm hungry. But maybe not that hungry. This is weird.
it sure is, but I kind of like it. Being able to hear you speak definitely changes things.
What is this called again? Wanding?
What we're doing now, this is walking.
Walking?
You were close. Was he talking about
No.
walking, or was he talking about something else?
No. No. The elf lady said we were doing something to get closer.
Bonding. Bonding.
Bonding. You see his mouth kind of flap open, as if trying to imitate the way your mouth opens up
It's a little
to
hard
pronounce
to say it.
the word.
Reverend,
Bonding. Yes?
can you tell me who sent you?
I was little. I don't remember much. But there was a man. He said that I had to find a weird elf who was blue and red. And so, I was big before, but then I crossed a gate. It was like water on the other side, but there was something else, and when I passed through, I I was small and scared. But the man told me to find an elf that was red and blue, and I found him walking with a cat
You did. You did find him.
and a lizard. Big lizard.
Rather.
I'm hungry.
Let's try to find you some food. Is there any food?
There's none. You see Reverend again, somehow eating another cat. Wild cat.
You don't remember anything about this man, do you? Did he look like me?
Nope.
That's okay. Typically,
I'm hungry.
God, trying to talk to them.
Sorry, what were we gonna say? Sorry.
I don't even remember. It's fine. Go ahead.
You said typically.
Yeah, typically, bonding is a chance for two people to grow closer to one another, Reverend, but to be honest with you, I don't know how much closer we can get. We've been through a lot together.
Is this how. Is this how humans bond? This is weird.
I don't know about humans. I'm not a good example of bonding in general, but I don't know, Reverend. I feel like we've spent and cared for each other quite a lot, longer than others.
You fed me a lot.
I did, that's true. And you've saved my life more than once. I hope I've
Did
saved
I?
yours. Yes, you did.
Maybe. But you told me to fight, and I did just that.
I think Vex wants more from us. She wants us to not fight individually but together. And not only fighting, but everything together.
Maybe. Are you gonna eat as much as me?
I don't think I could ever do that. And your choice of food doesn't really match mine.
Maybe you should. You're a bit small. You see Reverend's big talon just pat you, puts his talon on top of you.
Yes, well, I'm not sure eating will help that very much.
You Reverend kind of rubs his face over you and scoops you up with his neck.
Aw.
And as you're riding on his back, he just 360s his head towards you. I guess this will help.
I guess it will. Knowing... It's reassuring knowing that you can understand me. Sometimes I'm not so sure.
I'm hungry. And with that, the place that you're in starts dimming and dimming until it turns black again. And you open
Nicholas,
your eyes and you're in the and you're in the room. And Reverend is sitting right in front of you. Well,
For the briefest moment, there was a smile on Lindmar's face. That was something else.
it was. You don't need to tell me what's bonding experience that you saw, but from the look of things, it went on just fine.
How
I'm
long?
getting their accents. I'm getting their voices mixed. Ooh.
How long were we gone?
5 minutes.
Does that only happen here? In this chamber?
This chamber is the most suited for bonding experience. However, you can bond anywhere. The time dilations will vary on the locations, and I cannot necessarily say what will happen in the prime material plane.
That's very true. Out of game question.
Mm-hmm.
Theoretically, could I be doing this during my trances?
Where do elves come from originally?
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Exactly. That's what chances are.
Did not realize that. Straight up.
trances are officially in-game, canonical. They're a way for elves to look back into their past lives.
I think I did know that, yeah.
Yes. The way this works out of game is more of an astral projection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's more of an astral projection. I will tell you later, though.
Okay, fair enough.
Well then, I guess now that you've learned bonding, you've learned a little bit more of the basics. And I think that's all the Archeon wanted me to do. So, we shall head off again. Follow me if you can. I will go a little bit faster this time.
I think I might be able to keep up.
And she kind of looks at you. Her face is still deadpan. We'll see. She climbs up onto Floros. And you climb up onto Reverend.
Mm-hmm.
Make an animal handling check with advantage. I just want to see it.
Well, I rolled really low, surprisingly.
Oof.
It's okay. 17.
Not bad. See, you kind of like snap at Reverend because by the looks of his face, you know he's thinking about food right now.
Yeah.
But eventually you do.
I'll give him a ration. I'll give him a ration.
And eats it, and you do what you did. God, that's weird. You did the thing. You do what you did in the bonding experience whenever you easily climbed onto his back.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as graceful as whenever you felt weightless, but it is much easier than whenever you climbed on earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And you do start flying. And as you're flying, you're finally seeing the extent of the relationship between Floros and Vexaria. Starting dyslexic here. You remember Toothless and Hiccup, right?
Yes.
You see Floros actually, to gain more speed, he actually tucks in Vexaria within his wings and starts diving down whenever he can.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever he dives down, compared to the usual, ravens, they have a flap to them.
Mm-hmm.
You hear the whenever he tucks his wings like that, it's pure silence. It's eerily silent. And they're going much faster than you.
I'm gonna try to keep up.
You do try to keep up, but they are way ahead of you. Of course, whenever there are more twists and turns, Floros does extend his wings back up, and as he extends his wings back up to slow himself for you to catch up,
Mm-hmm.
you see that he actually has to fly from a higher angle and drops Vexaria a little bit before diving back down again, catching her on his back.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we're
And as
ready
you guys
to try that one.
And as he flaps his wings, you start hearing the again.
Mm-hmm.
But it's that similar pattern over and over.
I think they're just showing off now.
As you're looking at them, this seems more to be more training for them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not seeing what's wrong with it, but you're feeling that they're practicing.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you do land in front of a familiar door. It's the door with the insignia of the Aeon Zeldaran in front of it. Well, Lindmar, it's been a pleasure. The Archeon wishes to see you again.
Thank you, Vexaria. It's been very illuminating. And I hope to see you again.
Just gives you a nod, climbs back on Floros. And you see Floros just drop down from the door, and you see his silhouette move away from the chamber.
I'm not sure if I made a good first impression there, Reverend.
Reverend just looks at you with a blank stare.
Let's go meet the big scary owl again. I'll push open the doors.
Doors open up for you. And is this the music that I did for the Archeon? Because
Yes.
I kind of want to switch. See if I can switch this. No, I'll keep it. I like the bass line for that. And as you open the door, you see the Archeon wherever you last met him. How did the training go?
It was very illuminating. It allowed me to see where I need to improve and just how lucky I am to have someone like Reverend.
As I hoped. How did it feel to bond? For the very first time?
Yes, for the first time. I think I'll use Reverend's words here. It was a weird experience.
as he has told me, looking at Reverend.
But even though it may have been weird, it was magical. I look forward to the next time it happens.
An outer body experience. And you swear one of the eye winks at you.
Yes. Yes. I can tell that was a pun.
It was a jest.
Yes.
Bonding will not work as well in the material plane. But it's not impossible. The experience, the procedure is meant to connect the minds, essentially the souls of two individuals to create a telepathic link between them, as I am now doing with you.
I understand.
Bonding naturally increases the synchronization, and also allows the two to practice without the constraints of their physical bodies. Without this process, the ranger and their mave or companions will naturally drift apart.
I see.
Your bird here is not a pet. Your mave has their own soul and their own will. No matter how he may seem simple as of right now.
I understand that now more than ever.
I'm curious, Lindmar. You seem to be very, very, very accepting of these truths.
I guess I always.
Why?
I guess I always saw Reverend as something more than the normal creatures of the realm where I'm from. And I know that there's more to me than I realize. I think that helps me understand that there's a lot that I don't know in this world. But I'm willing to learn it from people who know what they're talking about. And forgive me for making assumptions, but I believe you know what you're talking about.
That would be wise to assume. Pant, 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 pant. Shut up,
He's so loud. Such a good
idiot.
boy.
What you bitching about, huh? Fatty? Yeah, that's right, lie down. That's what I thought. Interesting. You take on truths as what they are. You want to learn more, yet the questions come little. Curious. Such is not a bad thing. Such is a curious thing.
Questions have a tendency to scare things away. Sometimes it's best to let answers fall on listening ears. But if yours is a listening ear for questions, then I may have a few.
You have questions?
I would like to know the language of the Fae. After speaking or experiencing traveling with Gray, oh no, am I gone? I may be gone.
Like, Remy was like, I would like to know the language of the Fae. After and then he left.
Yeah, no, Discord crapped out. I'm back though.
Hello.
Oh, yeah, I would like to know the language of the Fae ever since traveling with Gray, and that was kind of pretty much what I said.
Okay.
Do you know if there's a way for me to do this on my travels here, or do I have to rely upon that knowledge elsewhere?
Curious. Curious indeed. If you want to learn more about the language of, you're speaking about Sylvan, right? Just out of game.
Yes, Sylvan.
God, the way you spelled Elvish annoys me.
I know I did bad, but I never changed it, okay? It's fine.
Awful. Curious. If you want to speak the language of the Fae. Nice.
That's not what I meant to do. Shut up.
What better teacher than your companion? Looks over at Reverend. He may not be able to speak externally. However, he and I are the same species, and we both know from birth the language that Sylvans use.
That makes sense.
Keep bonding. Bonding helps. Bonding grows. But bonding will improve both of you.
Another question.
Go ahead.
How did Gray end up being taken away from her home? Who could have done that? The Feywild is not a place for normal travelers.
Those that took her were no ordinary people. I did not fully see what happened for her. Unfortunately, my sight is limited, and I was preoccupied. However, I know that the people that took her, the people that once lived there, have told me that they're transgressors, were no ordinary people, humans of a mixed sorts. They had a way to help them, some support, as you can say.
From within.
No, not from the Feywild. Otherwise, I wouldn't have felt the disturbance as I did whenever they entered. Vexaria told you the goal of Aeon Zaltaran in common tongue, Twilight Moon. Did she not?
She did.
And that is...
Let me check my notes just a moment. I may be mixing this up with the goal of the Mave. But...
Nope.
Okay. It's maintaining the flux of magic in the Feywild, isn't it?
Indeed, we are here, and the Mave are here to maintain the balance, the magical balance of of this realm, as instructed by Eon herself. And whenever her capturers came, their magics did not originate from here.
The material world could use some balance.
You're quick, Lindmar. Very quick, very quick. I was about to apologize for forcing the decision onto you, but yet, at the same time, I already knew this was going to happen. I have a request, Lindmar. A request for you to be the bridge between our planes. For you to be a traveler. Report magical inconsistencies in the material plane. Reporting this, I think you would already know. You already know the process. That is bonding. Bonding is not just a telepathic link. It is what wizards would call it an astral projection into the astral sea. A safe projection. Not the risky business. Well, business. The risky dealings that most mortal wizards use.
I understand.
And for this request, in return, we can help you with what you want.
What I want.
You don't know. But whenever you have decided, whenever in time, indeed, we can help you.
Lindmar's gonna look at Reverend.
So you're gonna do the buddy look where you look at each other at the same time.
Yeah. Look back at Archeon. I think I can do that.
For one, I will look, not I, we will look into M.
Thank you. There is something. Now that you mention it, I feel I should tell you. There was a dragon.
Yeah. A dragon? Oh, that dragon.
You know it. Venom Fang.
Venom Fang. The green one. Not. Pardon me for my intrusion. Not the blue one.
There was that one too.
But yes, the green one.
After its defeat, there was something strange that happened. I'm making you grab other notes, aren't I?
No.
There was a room in an upper tower.
Room.
We could not enter.
But whenever you're talking to him, you do see the third eye like flare up. And there's this weird sensation in your head. A tiny feeling as if someone's poking around in your brain. It's almost minuscule. You almost can't feel it. Pardon the intrusion. That room. That room.
Do you see what happened to it?
I do see. Interesting.
We have not been brave enough to return there for obvious reasons, but there's something happening there that I cannot explain. One of our companions was taken away from us before this happened.
I cannot fully explain because I can only see through your senses. But that is dangerous indeed. Very, very, very dangerous. Peculiar. Why was it there? Lucky for you. A celestial showed up.
One of our companions has good connections.
Very, very, very good connections.
Do you know them?
I know of them. You wish to know the event that happened.
I want to know what they're hiding. What's happening there? Yes, I do.
Unfortunately, I can't give you the full details unless I am there myself. However, from the looks of it, from your memories, from what you saw and felt, the thunder striking, the tower collapsing, your friend vanishing, a portal was opened.
I understand.
Do you?
No. That was my way of telling you I wrote it down. Sorry.
No, but this is out of game. I was going to say something else if you were going to continue it.
Keep going. Yeah.
I know. You say that, and yet you don't. But that is okay. Your friend, the tabaxi. Follow her instructions. Her guidance is true and virtuous. It will not falter her, nor you, nor any of you in your party. Trust in it. When she said that the event is not something for you to handle right now, the Archeon looks at you up and down, and then looks at Reverend. Unfortunately, it is true. No matter how curious you are, and how frustrated you are at the loss of your companion,
All right. You already saw the next thing I was going to talk about.
maybe
There are two dragons.
indeed, indeed there are.
Do you know who that was who saved me?
The blue one, the blue one. I have not been to the material realm, so unfortunately I do not know the name. I only see through you.
Of course.
I do not know anything beyond that. I am sorry.
That is okay.
Now, for your role as traveler, do you wish to take upon this role?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Are you sure?
The material world is flawed, but it has a lot to offer. And I think that the Feywild does have a lot to offer, and a lot of wisdom.
Good, good, good. Everything is flawed, but it is not without perfection. The inconsistencies that we find, that we must find, are not within part of the realm, but rather external forces. We do what we can, and we do what we must. Now, 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 as for you and your current quest, Gray, the special shape changer, special one, special child indeed.
Did she make it
You,
home?
not yet, but you must hurry back to them.
Are they in trouble?
They might. Now that you have, now that you have known about our, huh, as she would call it, Ranger Enclave, you will soon meet our enemies. One of them being quite despicable. The Kai Pines.
The what?
The Kai Pines.
Kipines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna show you an image. If my phone is going, not dying, oh please. See if I can connect to the Wi-Fi now. But
Your power hasn't gone out in a while, so that's good.
nope. But I just don't want to even come back, you know.
Mm-hmm.
High Pines.
Oh,
They
yeah.
they are part of the ones who wish the magic of the May for themselves, to feed them, make themselves grow stronger. And with one, with one, such as Rexavim, guiding them, your party is more of a beacon currently. Yes, I know, I sent Rexavim to help them, to guide them, and in doing so, putting them in the spotlight. However, that is also the safest way for them to travel. With you gone, with no guide for them, Rexavim will lead them in your stead. However, I believe you have enough of the basics for you to go back to your party.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing before you go, Lindmar.
Yes.
Do be wary of the summer and winter courts.
Are we in autumn now? That's an important question.
We are in a neutral ground, just on the outskirts of the autumn season. The Autumn Queen, I know. She will not disturb us here. She is a kind woman.
All right. Noted.
However, the summer and winter courts, although not inherently evil, some of their choices are what you mortals can only call unethical.
Well, I will keep my eye out then.
As you should. Now go, Lindmar.
Let's go, Reverend. I hope to see you again.
And me to you. And as you leave the chamber, the doors once close more. And you are reverend, just like how we started this session, are left outside of the chambers. But this time, instead of waiting, you're preparing to go back to your party. And that's where we're gonna end it.
Perfect.
Damn.
Oh boy, there was
Divinity?
a lot that happened there. There's a lot that happened there. Okay. Going over notes with you real quick, Rob.
Okay. Man, I feel like my voice is just...
It's going down.
Do
there.
you
It's going
hear
down
it too?
A little bit, yes.
Do you hear it?
Oh,
I can go
also,
wrong now.
fuck you, man, with Vex Aria? Really?
What?
Oh, it's fine. It's great.
What do you mean?
It's just immediately Critical Role vibes. Just like that other name you used. What was it? Oh, who was the bad guy we killed? Tobias. No, not Tobias. Tobias is chill. God, I don't remember. Never mind.
Caius?
No. Who was the monk?
Oh, Trent.
Trent, yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean for Vexaria to be like that. I just like the name because
That's fair.
Michelle had a character named Arya, and I really like the name Vex.
Mm-hmm.
Oh god. I'm crushing.
A lot
on
of
her.
shit.
I'm crushing on her. I should
Who,
not do
Vexaria?
that. Doug. Yes, I am, and I should not do that
Why?
because she's a scary woman.
She's around your level too,
Yeah.
and the way that her teamwork goes so well with her Raven. Buck.
Yeah. Oh, I should stop recording.